Now you combine that with bodybuilding, you have a whole nother level brought now to your veins. Morning everyone, hope you're all doing great. I know I am, guys. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my trip so far. And I also wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of subjects that some people have brought up to me that I thought you guys would find pretty interesting. So the first thing I got to get off the bat. Thank you for all the love from the beautiful people, the beautiful subscribers of this channel who live in Hawaii. I mean, thank you guys for the love all the time, because honestly, I don't deserve any of it from any of you guys, whether you're from, Brooklyn, whether you're from Hawaii, whether you're from California, it doesn't matter, guys. I've had people subscribe to this channel from Afghanistan, and I appreciate all the love from every single one of you guys. But thank you in particular today from the beautiful people of Hawaii for reaching out to me and being so happy that I'm on this beautiful island. Guys, I appreciate you more than you know. It means so much to be able to be here and to be able to know that I'm wanted here by the beautiful people who subscribe to this channel. So far, I've checked out 2 different vegan spots. Now, I don't know if you guys are gonna tune out at this point, but guys, you know I'm vegan, you know I gotta talk about it. I've had some amazing experiences. I've been to a place called Moko Roots, M-O-K-O Roots. I'm gonna link up these restaurants in the description in case anybody is on this beautiful island and wants some great vegan food. Absolutely phenomenal place. And I also went to a place yesterday called Earth Aloha Eats. Absolutely fantastic. The second one that I just mentioned, Earth Aloha Eats, that's actually a food truck, and it was so enjoyable, guys. The food was absolutely phenomenal. Mind-blowingly good. I gotta check these places out before, and there's more on my list that I gotta hit. Where every place that I go, I try to make sure that I hit my vegan spots. They are high in calorie. the food that I like to eat when I have my cheat meals, they are high in calories, but at the end of the day, guys, you gotta live, you gotta enjoy. And what are you doing all this for? The exercise. Why are you doing the exercise if you can't enjoy? At the end of the day, you got to enjoy yourself. A couple of things that I wanted to talk about today is how Handy Gym is going to help you to lose more weight than conventional weightlifting. The second thing we're going to be discussing is vascularity, because I had one of the awesome subscribers of this channel reach out and say, Joe, why are you so vascular? How do I get veins like you? Because I have veins. I don't know if you guys can see them right now. I just woke up. We'll get into the whole vein thing in a minute, but when you first wake up, your veins might not be popping as much. We'll talk about it. All right, so as far as the Handy Gym and weight loss, this machine is incredible. And the reason why it's incredible, there's tons of reasons why it's incredible, but why is it going to help you as far as weight loss goes? You're using a ton of energy on this machine to create a concentric movement. The more energy you use, the more calories you are burning. If you were to just pick up a weight and go like this, and you just pick up that weight, you're not using all that much energy. But when on the Handy Gym, you have to generate force, because if you don't generate force, you're not going to be able to have a decent workout. So you are going crazy trying to generate this force. And therefore you are breathing heavier. Your body is working harder just to get a workout in. Now, another thing is that on the Handy Gym, you sometimes, depending on the movement, this machine is very versatile. You can do so much with it. It's incredible. You can mimic any exercise. I use this machine for basic bodybuilding. But it's not limited to that. Basically, in order to get a lot of force on a certain movement, you might have to use other muscles that you did not even intend on using, simply so you can be hit back with the force you need for that muscle group that you intended on working. So I hope that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is, this machine, if you want to work biceps, is potentially a full body exercise just so you can get an eccentric on biceps. I hope that makes sense. So you're working more, you're working harder, and it's going to cause you to lose more weight. And you might be looking at me and be like, Joe, it's not gonna make you lose that much more weight. Guys, ever since I picked this machine up, I've been dropping more weight. Now, I'm not a heavy guy at this point. You guys know I've lost close to 80 pounds so far since the beginning of my journey, which was only about 7 months ago, I think I started actually with this journey. So I've lost about 80 pounds since then. But as you lose weight, the pounds slow down. You start to not be able to lose weight as quickly as you originally did. So I know, believe me, I know, because my weight has stalled, not stalled, but slowed to a point where if it starts to pick up, I know why. I've been in tune with my body so much over the last months. I've learned so much about it. It's incredible. And I can tell you, this machine, it's giving you a full body workout just to get the muscle groups worked that you want to get worked. And you're losing weight because of it. So that is one of the reasons why this machine is going to help you lose more weight. It also takes a ton of concentric force in order to get eccentric, right? Concentric force actually is more taxing on your body. You're going to be burning out faster on your concentric phase. So your body literally uses more energy in order to create the concentric phase. Since you need a ton of concentric phase on this in order to get an eccentric, you're using more energy. Something else. When you're done with your concentric phase on this machine, and now you're on your eccentric phase, you can for a very large majority of the exercises, you can just do eccentric. Because once you burn out on your concentric, you can use your opposite arm in order to stimulate the a concentric, so you can get an eccentric. I hope I'm not confusing you. I'm throwing out concentric, eccentric, stimulate this, that, that. I hope I'm not confusing you. What I'm trying to say in the easiest way possible, to be honest, I'm trying to say it easily. The machine takes more energy from you to use, and it also allows you to be able to push yourself more than any other type of machine. So not only does it take more energy to use, but it allows you to go past the point where you're already exhausted and take it to another level. So by default, you are therefore moving more. By default, you are breathing so heavy because this machine takes so much from you, and you're losing more weight. Guys, when I'm finished with this machine, when I get off my workouts on the Handy Gym, I am shot, exhausted. If you look at some of my earlier videos, you'll hear me tell you I am exhausted, and I don't know why. At that point, I didn't know why, but I had to meditate and listen to my body and try to figure out, why am I so exhausted? I just don't understand. Well, that's why. I learned very quickly that this machine, it takes a lot out of you, to the point where when you're done, you feel like you're taking a nap. It shocks your body. It's amazing. The second thing that I want to talk to you guys about was the vascularity. So a lot of the viewers, and one in particular, asked me to actually explain in depth regarding vascularity, but a lot of the viewers comment on the veins that I have and stuff like that. Well, guys, first of all, I want to say, since I was a little kid, I've always wanted veins. I've always wanted veiny arms. I think a lot of guys want that. I think women hate it. I don't know. I know my wife hates it. My wife hates it. As far as that goes, I've always wanted veiny arms, and I always thought, oh, it must be genetics. You know, I'm not like that. Well, guys, it's not necessarily genetics. Genetics is going to have a part in whether or not you have pronounced veins, which veins are pronounced, how pronounced are they. Genetics are going to have a part to do with that. But it also comes down to getting your body lean enough, losing enough fat in order to actually see your veins. There's a lot of people out there And I was one of them who they think they're a lot more lean than what they actually are. So basically, they're holding a ton more fat than they even know. They'll be like, yeah, I think I'm 15% body fat, something like that. I'm good, I'm in good shape. But then they go on a cut and they get serious and they realize like, oh my God, I had like all this fat on me. Well, the more weight you lose, the more your veins are gonna show because you have less fat to cover them, right? Now you combine that with bodybuilding, you have a whole nother level brought now to your veins because the muscles are growing, they're pushing the veins up to the surface of the skin. They're more pronounced because the blood flow, when you bodybuild, your blood's flowing better, right? All that's gonna have to do with getting big, thick, veiny arms, shoulders, chest, all that stuff. I mean, another thing that's gonna have to do with it too is the temperature, right? Our bodies are very temperamental. So I might wake up in the morning and if it's warm in the room, I'll go to the bathroom and look in the mirror and I have veins popping out of my arms, through my chest, all this stuff. I have veins popping out of my legs, out of my calves, all this stuff. But if it's a little cold and I wake up, you might not see half the amount of veins. I mean, I'm pretty much seeing veins all the time now because I've lost, I think, so much weight, but you're not gonna see half the amount. So that goes for anybody. The colder it is, the less vascular you're gonna look, the less pumped you're gonna be, the colder it is. So that has to do with, the veins showing also has to do with the amount of heat, right? So it's also gonna come down to diet, right? What did you just eat? Did you just eat something salty? If you eat something salty and maybe high in caffeine, your veins are going to start to pop because the blood pressure is rising within your body. So that's gonna cause your veins to pop. And regular general things also, like exercise. If you exercise, your blood's going, your veins are gonna pop. Like today I'm walking. Today's my dedicated walking day. I was able to do that because the way I set my split up with Tonal and the Handy Gym, as you guys know if you follow the channel, I've discussed to you my most recent split. That most recent split opens up a whole, honestly, like 2 days where I can just do nothing if I want it, but I don't like to do nothing. So I like to get some form of movement in every day in order to stay on top of the lifestyle that I've created. Like the other day, for example, I wasn't walking and because we're on vacation, right? So a lot of vacation is, you know, we went on a helicopter ride, so we're sitting around waiting for the helicopter ride. My wife actually got a horrible sunburn, so she hasn't been able to walk, and I don't want to just leave my wife, you know, so I'm hanging with my wife and we're not doing anything, we're sitting around. And the whole day I was like, oh, I'm not walking, I'm not moving. There used to be a time where I was content with not moving. And I'm like, I'm not walking, and I'm like, there's something wrong, I need to move. I'm telling my wife, like, this isn't good, I don't feel good, because I've created a habit in my life. It's like a smoker, right? It's like a smoker. I used to smoke, I don't recommend it. It's horrible for you. So it's like a smoker, right? You're smoking, you don't even know you're smoking. That's a habit, right? I've been able to create an active lifestyle in my life to the point where if I'm not active, my body knows it and it's itching to move. It's itching to move. That, I think, is the greatest part in being able to lose weight and keep it off, is the fact that you need to make lifestyle changes. So don't just implement, oh, I'm gonna exercise for a certain period of time till I lose a certain amount of weight. Don't just implement, oh, I'm going to be eating a certain way for a certain amount of time until I lose weight. Create a lifestyle so that it's sustainable. A lifestyle is gonna last forever. Small changes that you just do for a short period of time, you'll see results, but they're gonna the results are gonna disappear once you stop doing what you're doing, all right, guys? So I hope this answered the question in regards to the vascularity. I hope that you guys appreciate the info on the Handy Gym in terms of how it helps you to be able to lose weight, more so than regular typical bodybuilding. Because typically when you're bodybuild, you're not losing any weight. Very few calories get burned when you bodybuild. So that's why cardio is better for losing weight. But with the Handy Gym, you're getting both sides of the spectrum at once. It's incredible. All right, guys, be safe. Talk soon. Look forward to seeing you guys in another video. And I'll catch you all later.